Hi, welcome to Spec Hunter. Apple has just confirmed their iPhone event for September 9th. The teaser for the event is called the A Dropping Event, and it hints at some colorful new iPhone designs as well as major Apple Watch updates. Just a few days ago, I made a video covering all 10 Apple products expected in the near future, but today I want to go deeper into the most important ones. More importantly, I want to explain whether it's worth buying them next month or holding off until 2026. Because the truth is, not every product launching this year will be the best choice if you only upgrade every few years. Some of you may actually save money and get more value by waiting. The first big release is the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max. These models are getting a brand new rear design. For years, we've had a rounded square camera bump, but now Apple is moving to a rectangular bump, crafted from a solid block of aluminum. This feels like a return to the unibody design approach last seen on the iPhone 6, and it gives the new Pro models a very distinctive look. Inside this new camera housing, both the 17 Pro and Pro Max will feature a triple 48-megapixel camera system, giving sharper images, better color detail, and more flexibility when shooting. The Pro Max, however, may get something special, a 5x to 8x optical zoom lens, which would allow Apple to compete directly with Samsung's zoom-focused cameras. Battery life is also getting a big upgrade. The iPhone 17 Pro Max is rumored to ship with a 5,000 mAh battery, the largest ever for an iPhone. That means longer screen time, extended use during travel, and overall better performance for heavy users. Along with this, reverse wireless charging is expected to finally make its way to the iPhone. This feature will let you charge your AirPods or even your Apple Watch by simply placing them on the back of the phone. It's been rumored for years, and now it finally looks ready. Charging speeds are also improving, with support for 25-watt USB-C charging when using third-party chargers. That means you can top up your battery faster than before without having to rely only on Apple's own accessories. But here's the real question. Should you upgrade this year or wait until next year? Because the iPhone 18 Pro, expected in 2026, looks like it will bring even more dramatic changes. One of the biggest rumored upgrades is under-screen Face ID, which would finally remove the visible cutout from the display. This would give the iPhone a much cleaner front look. The camera is also expected to feature variable aperture, allowing it to switch automatically depending on lighting conditions. This means sharper photos in bright light, and much better low-light photography at night. There are also strong reports that Apple may drop Sony as their camera sensor supplier and move to Samsung instead. Samsung has been developing advanced 3-layer stacked sensors that allow for more light capture and better detail, which could dramatically improve photo and video quality. On top of that, the iPhone 18 Pro will come with the new A20 chip built on TSMC's 2nm process. This new process introduces groundbreaking transistor technology for improved efficiency and higher performance. Apple will also finally introduce its own custom-built modem, supporting millimeter wave 5G, which means faster and more stable connections across the world. This makes the iPhone 18 Pro one of the most anticipated upgrades in years. If you don't upgrade often, waiting for it might be the smarter move. Now let's talk about the Apple Watch Ultra 3, which will also be announced at the September event. On the surface, it sounds like a big release, but in reality, it might not be worth upgrading to. The only way it becomes a must-buy is if Apple introduces advanced health features like blood pressure monitoring or non-invasive blood glucose tracking. Those would be groundbreaking features in the smartwatch industry, but they aren't confirmed yet. Without them, the Ultra 3 is not a huge step forward. The new Ultra will use the S11 chip, but early reports say this chip won't be more powerful than the current one. Apple is sticking with the same architecture, so performance improvements will be minimal. The design is staying the same, aside from slightly thinner bezels and a marginally bigger display. Apple is also switching the screen to a wide-angle OLED panel, which should improve brightness and viewing angles. Some practical upgrades are also expected, like 5G support and satellite texting, but overall the Ultra 3 feels like an incremental upgrade. On the other hand, the Apple Watch Ultra 4, expected next year, sounds much more exciting. Leaks point to a complete redesign, including a new 8-sensor array on the back arranged in a ring. This new sensor setup could unlock more advanced health tracking features. Apple is also rumored to be changing the band attachment system entirely, replacing the traditional lugs with a magnetic clasp. Even more interesting are Apple's patents showing an electronic pogo pin system that would allow the watch to connect to smart bands with electronic features. This could open the door to new types of accessories that expand what the watch can do. Because of this, my suggestion is simple: skip the Ultra 3 and wait for the Ultra 4. Next, let's talk about what might be Apple's most ambitious project, the iPhone 18 Ultra, or what many are calling the foldable iPhone. Expected in 2026, this phone could mark the biggest design change in iPhone history. Reports suggest it will be incredibly thin, only about 4.5 millimeters thick, making it the thinnest foldable device on the market. The iPhone 18 Ultra is rumored to feature 4 cameras, 2 selfie cameras, one on the outside and one inside, and 2 on the back. Interestingly, this model may not use Face ID, with Apple instead returning to Touch ID for security. It will also benefit from Apple's new C2 modem with full 5G millimeter wave support. Perhaps the most impressive part is the display. Apple is expected to use Samsung's crease-free foldable screen technology, which would eliminate the crease that most foldable phones still have. If all of this is true, the iPhone 18 Ultra will be a groundbreaking device. And if you are someone who only upgrades every few years, it might make sense to hold off on the iPhone 17 and wait for the foldable Ultra instead. Meanwhile, the base iPhone 18 was originally expected to come next year. But now reports say Apple will delay it until spring 2027. The reason is that the foldable Ultra will take its place in the lineup, and Apple doesn't want to overwhelm the market with too many new models at once. Because of this, the iPhone 17 base model launching next month looks like a strong upgrade option. It's expected to feature a 120Hz display for smoother scrolling, a larger 6.3-inch screen, and it will reportedly stay at the same $800 price point. For anyone using an older iPhone, this makes the 17 base model an excellent value. Another standout is the iPhone 17 Air. Apple seems to be going all out with this model. Instead of giving it the standard A19 chip, Apple is including the more powerful A19 Pro chip, paired with 12 GB of RAM. This is unusual because Apple usually keeps the Pro chips exclusive to higher-end models. By putting it in the Air, Apple is signaling that this phone will be a big deal. The 17 Air will also be extremely thin and will use a new silicon-carbon battery, which promises longer life and improved efficiency. When it comes to the iPhone 18 Air expected next year, don't expect much. Since Apple will just have redesigned the Air, they're unlikely to make major changes again. At best, we may see a smaller dynamic island or front cutout, but the design will mostly stay the same. This is because Apple will focus all of its marketing energy on the foldable Ultra. That means the 17 Air is likely the better time to upgrade. Now let's talk about the AirPods Pro 3. These are also expected to launch at the September event. The case is getting a big redesign. It will be smaller, flatter, and cleaner, without the pairing button on the back. Instead, it will use tap to pair. The charging light will also shine through the plastic on the front, just like we saw with the AirPods 4. The earbuds themselves are also getting updated. They will feature the new H3 chip, which brings several advantages. You can expect better connection reliability, reduced latency for smoother audio, improved active noise cancellation with new microphones, and better sound quality thanks to upgraded drivers. With all of these improvements, the AirPods Pro 3 will feel like a big step forward. And since the AirPods Pro 4 are not expected for at least 3 years, buying the Pro 3 this year makes a lot of sense. So to sum it all up, Apple has a packed event this September. The iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max are exciting upgrades, especially with the new camera system and bigger batteries. But if you want the best possible features and only upgrade every few years, waiting for the iPhone 18 Pro or even the foldable Ultra in 2026 might be the smarter move. The Apple Watch Ultra 3 will be nice, but not groundbreaking. The Ultra 4, however, could completely change the game with a new design and advanced sensor system. The AirPods Pro 3 are a strong buy, with major improvements this year and no replacement for several years. The decision to upgrade depends on your habits. If you buy a new iPhone or Apple Watch every year, then go for the 17 series or the Ultra 3. But if you hold on to your devices for a long time, waiting for the 18 series, especially the foldable Ultra, will give you the biggest jump in features and design. So, what about you? Do you plan on upgrading this year, or are you going to wait until 2026? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Spec Hunter, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the latest updates.